didn't do a good job of explaining this at 6 because we're not in the room. 2 circuits today. So you're gonna work in circuit 1 for 20 minutes. Then we'll do sprints, switch circuits, second circuit, whichever one that is for you, 20 minutes, sprints at the end.
Okay? That because of James.
Yeah.
Could not get, like, James, what are you? It's not your first rodeo.
Yes, it's like that's that way every time.
It's on camera now too.
It is. Got it right now. We'll send it to him later.
So the first 3 moves are in the room. We're starting off with a barbell hinge. So it's a single leg barbell hinge. So we've got a split stance. Our back foot is going to be on the ground for stabilization, but it's just lightly there. I'm not putting any weight or any pressure on it. And I'm hinging at that waist, keeping that bar close to my shin, and then I'm going to come up and switch my feet at the top. So I'm keeping this weight held with my shoulders and my back as I'm switching my feet, and then I come down. Okay, weight is being pushed through the heel of that foot, and then I come back up, and I'm going to alternate that. If you don't have any weights, if you just use the weighted bar, bring it down to the mid shin and then come back up. Okay, if you have weights on the bar, it's an easy kind of stop. You just go to the weights, and it'll give you enough room. Then we have a, I'm trying to think. Okay, then we have the kettle or dumbbell rotational clean and jerk. So we're starting bilaterally. If I grab the dumbbell with my right hand, I'm gonna clean to the right and actually kind of pivot my feet, and then I'm gonna jerk and press that dumbbell up over while my left leg is now forward because I pivoted my feet. Does that make sense? So, and when I'm pressing, you want to make sure that as you're pressing, bring that dumbbell to right over the shoulder. A lot of people that I've seen kind of let it come out here, and you're going to put a lot more pressure on that rotator and that shoulder. So make sure that when you press, it goes straight overhead, and then you'll just come back and do the same thing. You'll do 6 to 8 on each side. So clean, same side, press, opposite side. After that, we've got the bands on the pull-up bar. You're gonna do a chop motion, which we did on Saturday. So I'm parallel to the pull-up bar. Okay, I'm gonna pull that band, both hands, and I'm pulling it down into that opposite hip. So I'm getting that cross motion, and then slowly let that band go. So I'm getting that eccentric kind of movement, and then I pull it back down. You're gonna do 10 on each side. So once you do 1, okay, switch and pull that band to the other hip. The third one that's in there, that was it. Now we come out here and we do a wall ball rotational jump lunge. We got 16 of them. Got this wall ball. Remember, it always goes over your forward leg. So it's back, okay, jump and switch. The ball goes over that forward leg. Like the chop motion, we want to think about twisting it down to that opposite hip so we get more engagement through the core. Okay, exhaling and then switch. If you feel like that jump lunge is putting pressure on your lower back, like as you're coming up, you're using your back a lot, do a lunge and then a come together in the middle and then a lunge with the other side. That way you'll stabilize that spine a little bit before you go into that lunge, and you're not trying to get that opposite foot all the way forward with one movement. So pick whichever one feels best. Then the last move in this one is just a lateral grapevine. So we're going down, over, under, blue to white, white to blue. Then go back in the room and start over. So this is circuit 1. We stay here for 20 minutes. Then we go, when we switch, we come over here and then start with a kettlebell skater toss. So if the kettlebell is in my right hand, I'm gonna start just to get the rhythm by swinging and stepping and then switching, okay? So together, apart, I'm hinging at my waist and then pulling that kettlebell, letting the movement of my hinge bring that kettlebell forward. So I wanna make it nice and fluid, okay? I wanna pull my core in as I go back and exhale as I come up, okay? So that everything is nice and tight and that I'm not swaying my back too much on that upward motion. After the kettlebell, we have the other kettlebell move. This is a halo with a side lunge. So when you go to halo, kettlebell, bells up. Okay, if I twist to my right, I'm gonna, or to my left, I'm gonna lunge to my left. So whichever side I'm twisting that kettlebell to is the side I'm lunging to, which it sounds complicated, but it's not. Just follow the motion and let the momentum of the kettlebell take you, okay? So same side. If I go to my right, I'm gonna step to my right. If I go to my left, I'm gonna step to my left. Then we have a couple sandbag moves. First, I'm gonna grab a sandbag now. Okay, so kettlebell halo. Then we have a rotational plank, side plank. Today, we're doing it a little different. We're keeping our feet square on the ground while just our upper trunk and thoracic spine twist. So we're trying to, you should feel it really hard in this oblique as you come up and then you come back down. So inhale, exhale as you come up. Okay, trying not, we want to keep both feet on the ground and we're trying not to open our hips all the way. Okay, we want to keep our hips as square to the ground as possible while being able to kind of feel that twist and that stretch in that spine. So, again, listen to your body though. Then we have a sandbag barrel carry. So we're gonna hold this sandbag in the front. With this, we want to avoid, the number one thing is just to avoid carrying it like this. If our hips move forward, we've got to think about cueing that core, pulling that spine to neutral. You're gonna walk blue to white, turn around, white to blue, okay? Then you take the sandbag, maybe the same weight, maybe a different weight. We're gonna put it on our shoulders and we're gonna do an in and out squat. So sandbag is here. Okay, I suggest kind of pulling it down into your shoulders a little bit so it doesn't bounce as much. And you're gonna go out into a squat, together and out. And we're just coming down to that 90 and then coming back together, okay? So with this, the weight, have to make sure that you go down and keep that spine neutral and come up. If the weight just feels too, like it's compacting your spine too much, I would suggest putting a band on your knees and you'll get the same extra activation through your quads and your glutes and your hamstrings. You'll just take that pressure of the weight being up on your shoulders off. So, listen to your body on that one. Make sure that when you squat, you don't go below 90, okay? You just stay at that 90 or higher, whatever feels more comfortable. And that's it. Then we'll run 6 at the end. Done.